beat 'em. I'm starting to feel like a villain, fighting myself, I'm not winning. Lately I've been too afraid to admit it, pushing the weight of the world on my shoulders. I don't even know how I'm dealing, feel like a part of me missing. And I've been looking around, but it's not in my vision. All that I got is earned, not given, but I feel locked down like my brain in prison. Spend a couple thousand to ease my mind, then I get it back, but I know I'm not fine. Everything built up all over time, but I gotta let it out, I can't hold it inside. Keep a smile on my face when they looking at me, but I know that's my only disguise. I be trying to get away from my problems, yeah, you can run, but you can't hide. I've been up fighting my demons, and they be trying to pull me in. Yeah, every night I seen them, I won't back down, I'ma beat them. Yeah, I've been up fighting my demons, and they be trying to pull me in. Yeah, every night I seen them, I won't back down, I'ma beat them. I'm starting to feel like I've been under pressure. I'm keeping my foot on their neck, I won't let up. I know when I fall down, I gotta just get up. I brush it all off, I'm better than ever. Been through a lot, but I'm never gonna settle. Know that I've been heating up like a kettle. Thinking back when I was studying dental, now I got plaques coming on the way, that's special. Yeah, they all come from my spot, but I never stop moving. Gotta do more when I feel like I'm losing. Putting in work, that's the only solution. You the only one who you really be fooling. Damn, trying to find peace inside my head. I've been talking to God, but I'm left on red. I ain't got time to be feeling upset, so I keep doing my best. I've been up fighting my demons, and they be trying to pull me in. Yeah, every night I seen them, I won't back down, I'ma beat them. Yeah, I've been up fighting my demons, and they be trying to pull me in. Yeah, every night I seen them, I won't back down, I'ma beat them.
At Target, we come in for yoga pants and leave with balance. We come in for healthier snacks and leave feeling more fulfilled. At Target, better days are within our reach. What we value most shouldn't cost more.
We done came here to party tonight, celebrate for the rest of our lives. All the games, we gon' leave them aside. You know man lie, woman lie, but the money multiply. We came here to party tonight, celebrate for the rest of our lives. All the games, we gon' leave them aside. You know man lie, woman lie, but the money multiply. Hey, run it up, made a lot, but that's not enough. Got the labels all calling us, talking to me, but I hang it up, cause I got my fans and I'm proud of us. Never do it for the cameras, song a week and that stamina. Keep it going, I'm an animal, I unleash when they let me loose. I've been ready since like '02, getting my bread, now how about you? 100%, that's all I do, so now please don't talk about me. Sold out shows, that's all I see, yeah, they said no I in team, so I gotta be MVP. Come on. We done came here to party tonight, celebrate for the rest of our lives. All the games, we gon' leave them aside. You know man lie, woman lie, but the money multiply. We came here to party tonight, celebrate for the rest of our lives. All the games, we gon' leave them aside. You know man lie, woman lie, but the money multiply. Hey, never getting too cozy, cause they all coming for me. Used to sleep on the rollaway, now the whole team got the rollies. Roll deep in the Suburban, backseat and she working. This the life that I dreamed about when I couldn't pay the room service. Now it's electric curtains, but I still just scratch the surface. I'ma get right back to working, till I get my mom's the Birkin, till I get my pops the new bands, till I get my bro a few M's, till I got the whole fam, they ain't never gotta go to work again. We done came here to party tonight, celebrate for the rest of our lives. All the games, we gon' leave them aside. You know man lie, woman lie, but the money multiply. We came here to party tonight, celebrate for the rest of our lives. All the games, we gon' leave them aside. You know man lie, woman lie, but the money multiply. When it come down to it, I'ma bet on me. Ain't nobody fuck with me mentally. Talking that shit, you dead to me, cause I ain't got time for my enemies. Told her come through, get ahead to me. Telling that truth, it'll set you free. I ain't like them, cause I'm all I need. When it come down to it, I'ma bet on me. Let me tell you right now, I'm the realest. Ain't nobody else ever do it like I did it. I ain't really had a competition in a minute, and a lot of other rappers out here flying spirit. I'ma stay consistent, feeling like a man on a mission.
What's up, motherfuckers? Welcome to GSR Gonzo'S Sports Room.
Going all around the globe, when it come down to it, I'ma never settle. I'll be trying to get the bands like it's heavy metal.
7/7/21. Got a pretty good show for today. Last night we had a lot of baseball. Had the start of the NBA Finals. We got a hot, possibly could have a Stanley Cup final champion tonight. Let's see. All right. But no, we had a good week. Pretty good night of sports last night. Started off by the Bucks and the Suns, Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Suns beat the Bucks 118-105. Giannis did play. Yesterday morning he was listed as doubtful. Then he went listed as questionable. Then he came out before the game and said he was going to play. He looked pretty good. I mean, was he 100%? I would say not. But you didn't see it hampering him a whole lot. He had a decent game. He didn't score as much as he usually does, but he had 20 points, 17 rebounds. Chris Paul had a hell of a game. Chris Paul had 32 points, 4 rebounds, and 9 assists. He was 12 of 19 from the floor and 4 of 7 from 3. Booker had 27 points and 6 assists. He only shot 8 of 21 from the field, so he wasn't real efficient, and I think he was 0 from 7 at three-point range. And Ayton had 22 points and 9 rebounds, so Ayton had a big game. For the Bucks, for the Bucks, you had Holiday had 10 points. He was 4 of 14 from the floor. Middleton had 29.7 rebounds, 4 assists. So Middleton continued to play well like he has been. For me, there's 2 big things that the Bucks have to do to be able to win Game 2. First of all, they're going to have to make some defensive adjustments. They're going to have to start fighting over screens and getting that way you can get the ball out of Paul's hands. If you go under a screen and switch, they kept switching, and every time they'd switch, they'd end up with Brook Lopez on Chris Paul or Devin Booker. That's a big mismatch. They need to quit switching everything. They need to put Drew Holiday on Chris Paul and say, you follow him everywhere. You fight over these screens, and you get into him and frustrate him. They're going to have to make changes on that. But, yeah, they can't just let Chris Paul come off of a screen and Brook Lopez is on him and Brook Lopez is 10 feet away from him. Brook Lopez he's not capable of keeping Paul in front of him like that. So they need to make that adjustment. I think they should put Drew Holiday on Paul the whole time. Like I said, get into him, rough him up a little, frustrate him a little bit. And the other thing they have to have is Drew Holiday has to play. When Giannis went on the court in the last series and last 2 games, Holiday was aggressive. He was looking for a shot. Yesterday, he wasn't aggressive. He was, like I said, he was 4 from 14. He did have 9 assists, so he was helping out that way. But I mean, they're going to need him to. They need him to score, and they need him to attack. And if he's not going to score and attack, they need to put him on Paul, let him use more energy on defense, and not worry as much about the offense. But if they're going to play like they did yesterday and switch everything, they definitely going to have Holiday play more aggressive and be more efficient. I don't even think the Suns really played their best game. I mean, Booker wasn't real efficient. Chris Paul was efficient. Ayton was real efficient. They play again, not tonight. They'll play tomorrow night. As of right now, the Suns are 5.5-point favorites. I like the Suns in Game 2. I don't know if I would give up 5.5 points. I just think, yeah, they beat them by a lot more than that yesterday, being by 13 yesterday. But I don't see that them beating them by 13 every. I think Giannis is going to be more comfortable in game 2. Hey, get over here. I think Giannis is going to be more comfortable in game 2. I think he knows what his knee can handle. I think he found out, hey, this don't hurt as much as I thought. I think he's going to be a little more confident. Get over here and be quiet. Come on. Scrap. I think he's going to be more confident. So I look for Giannis to have a better game. I look for this for game 2 to be a close game. I do think the Suns will come out on top. But Bucks are capable. I mean, the Bucks are capable in the series, but they're going to make some defensive adjustments. And I think Giannis will have a better game today or tomorrow. I mean, also last night you had yesterday you had the match. You had Rodgers and DeChambeau against Mickelson and Brady. I loved it. I thought it was entertaining to watch. I liked the banner back and forth. I like the banner back and forth between all 4 of them. Scrappy, get over here and lay down. Hold on one second. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back here in just a couple minutes. Enjoy these clips while we take a short break. That guillotine.
Yeah.
And once your arms get dead, dude, them punches look like they're in slow motion.
Yeah, it reminded me of that famous Chris Gonzo'S fight at the fairgrounds.
Yeah. I got in there and fought a dude as big as Brandon. I weighed 123, supposed to be fighting 138. I've been drinking since like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
I can't believe you did that, dude. I'd have did anything to see that. I'd have did anything to see it.
Well, they went and got me shorts and shit. I quit drinking, started drinking Coke. And we went upstairs, and I changed.
Started drinking Coke.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why I didn't drink water.
Just put a cigarette out.
We're upstairs in this room, and I'm getting warmed up. They said, okay, some music comes on, and it was him coming out, but I couldn't see him because there was a big fucking backboard from like a basketball goal when you walked out of that room. So they play my music, and I'm walking down the stairs, and I look up in the cage, dude.
Get Chris feel the floor shaking.
This motherfucker Brandon decides, so he's about 155, 160 pounds. Talking about he was 138. But I'm thinking, I'm walking to the cage. You know what I mean? Music's on, everybody's looking at me. I was like, well, I got to fight the motherfucker now, or I'm going to look like a little bitch. So I get in there, dude. I had boxers on. They bring me a cup. I didn't have a jock strap or nothing. So me and my Uncle Steve, which is these two's dad, we went in the bathroom and we switched underwear. I took his underwear. He had some fucking whitey tighties.
Dad known for wearing the whitey tighties.
Hey, I put them motherfuckers on, put on the MMA shorts, shoved that cup in there. We're fighting, middle of the fight, the fucking cup falls out. Oh, shit. I said, oh, that's mine. I put it back in. We started fighting again. Dude, I had no business being there. All right, welcome back to the show. Sorry about that. My little dog thinks he hears a noise and thinks he has to go crazy. But anyway, no, I thought the match with Rodgers and DeChambeau, Mickelson against Brady, I really thought it was good. It was interesting. A little trash talk back and forth. Thought the announcers were good. They'd ask Aaron Rodgers a few times if he was going to be quarterback for the Packers. He just kind of blew it off a little bit. So, I don't know. We'll see. He didn't make a comment to, I think it was Barkley, that we might find out something next week on whether he was going to be back at Green Bay or not. Brady even took a little bit of a shot at him after one of the things Brady was talking to. Gronkowski had phoned in, and Brady was talking to Gronk and said, Gronkin made a little bit of a joke about that Brady wasn't at OTAs and he was playing golf, and Brady told him, "Hey, I'm scouting the competition." He goes, "I'm here with the leader of the Green Bay Packers, I think." So I mean, yeah, Brady was taking a little bit of shot at him. Like I said, I thought it was an interesting watch. It was fun to watch. I thought it made DeChambeau a little bit more relatable. It definitely makes Brady more relatable. The last 2 times he's done these, just get to hear Brady talk. He seems like a normal guy more than what you would have thought in the past when he was in New England. You never got to hear from him and stuff like that. But no, I enjoyed it. I watched it up to about, I think they had like 4 more holes left, and I turned it over and was watching some of the NBA Finals, and I was watching the Reds play. No, I thought it was a fun watch. I'm interested to see who's going to be the next one that they do, because I think they're doing pretty good ratings on these. So I would say there's going to be another one. I like Phil in these. I think they need to stay with Phil. I know that right now you can't get Woods. I thought DeChambeau was good. I thought, but so I'm not really sure who they're going to get next. Do you stay with DeChambeau and Phil and get a couple other football players, or do you switch up to golf pros? It'll be interesting. Also, yesterday it came out that N'Keal Harry, I guess his agent said that the agent went and requested a trade from New England. This is kind of strange to me. Well, not strange, but I think it's interesting because Harry was drafted a couple years ago, missed most of his rookie season with an injury, played last year, was all right, but hasn't ever reached the potential that was thought of when he was drafted in the first round. Now he's wanting to trade. What's interesting to me is there going to be that many teams that are going to be in the market to get N'Keal Harry? As he showed enough on tape that there's other teams that think, oh, we can get him and he'll succeed here more than what he did in New England. He fits our system better, or we can get more out of him. Is there going to be teams that think that? And he's a first round pick, so is New England just going to give him up for basically nothing? Because I don't see no team coming in and offering anything big for N'Keal Harry. He hasn't proven anything for teams to offer a big compensation for him. I mean, I don't think there's going to be that big of a market for him. I don't know if he'll get traded this season. I think he might be stuck in New England this year, because I don't see New England just taking it, not getting rid of him and not getting anything back. And I mean, he's a former first round pick. Has he lived up to that first round pick status? No, he hasn't. But I mean, Belichick's smart. He's not just going to give him up for nothing. So I'm interested to see what happens there. Like I said, I just don't see a big market for him. All right, before we move on, don't forget we're live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch with Easy Money, a sports betting show. We're also live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch with GSR, Gonzo'S Sports Room. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Gonzo'S Sports Room. Also, check out our YouTube page. We appreciate you watching, no matter where you're watching, what platform you watch on. But check out that YouTube page. Please hit that subscribe button. We have a lot of content on there. All right, something else we have going on this weekend, this Saturday, that I'm excited for, is we have UFC 264, McGregor against Poirier 3. On a side note, real quick, we will be live Saturday night at about 8 o'clock with live reactions to UFC 264. I'll get some more information out on our social media accounts about that. But no, you have Poirier against McGregor 3 is the main event. Co-main event is Gilbert Burns against Stephen Thompson. You also have a heavyweight fight between Taya Tuivasa and Greg Hardy. That's on the main card. Irene Aldana against Yana Canacia is also on the main card. And then looks like the first fight on the main card is Sean O'Malley against Chris Martineau. I think it's going to be a real interesting card. Let's see what's on the prelims. Prelims has Carlos Condit against Max Griffin. That'd be the main event of the prelims. Nico Price against Michael Pereira. So yeah, pretty good card here. Prelims start at 8 p.m. Main card starts at 10. I'm real interested in this Poirier-McGregor 3. First fight, McGregor beat Poirier. Last fight back in January, Poirier won by TKO in the second round. So this is the rubber match. I lean Poirier here. I just don't think McGregor has that hunger to get in the cage like he did before. And I don't blame him. I mean, this dude's made so much money. He don't have to do this. So if you don't have to get in the cage and fight, if you're not doing it to support your family because you've already made enough to do that, I think it makes it harder to go in there with the same attention to detail and the same fire that you have before. So I lean toward Poirier in this fight. I did see that the winner of this fight gets a championship fight against Oliveira. I think UFC's hoping McGregor wins, and then that McGregor can beat Oliveira, and they're hoping they can maybe talk Khabib to come back to have that rematch. I think that's what UFC's hoping for. I don't think Khabib's coming back. I think he might come back to fight McGregor again just because of all the bad blood that there was between him and McGregor and their teams. So I'm leaning toward Poirier as of right now. Once the fight gets a little closer, who knows? I might. In the co-main event, you have Gilbert Burns against Thompson. I think this is going to be an interesting fight. I think I actually lean toward Burns a little bit here. Thompson just hasn't looked the same to me his last couple fights. I think he's still good, don't get me wrong. I think it's going to be a good fight. But I'm leaning toward Burns. Then you have Tavasia against Hardy. This is going to be interesting here. Greg Hardy, former NFL player. About everybody knows his problems he had in the NFL with domestic violence and stuff. The key to this fight's going to be if Tavasia can make it out of the first round, I think he's going to have a real good chance of beating Hardy. Hardy's gas tank is what worries me. The deeper this fight goes, the more I think it favors Tuivasa. But so that'll be interesting to watch. Then you have a women's bantamweight fight. Irene Aldana against Kunitskaya. Aldana's 12-6. Kunitskaya is 14-5. I don't know a whole lot about either one of these fighters. But then you have Sugar Sean O'Malley against this Chris Martineau. O'Malley's 13-1. Martineau is 9-4. I don't know a whole lot about this Martineau. O'Malley's animal. I like O'Malley's personality. I just like the flair that he brings, and not just that, he can fight. He's a fighter. But no, I'm looking forward to this card. It should be a real good card. Like I said, that's this Saturday night. Main card starts at 10. Prelims start at 8. And we'll be live right here on this channel. I'm going to say 8 o'clock, maybe a few minutes before, with live reactions to the UFC 264. But like I said, I just don't know if McGregor still has that edge that he had at the beginning of his career before he became this multi-millionaire. I mean, look all the money he just made by selling most of his whiskey company. Dude does not have to fight. When you don't have to fight, that worries me. Because if you don't have to fight, you're not going to go out there with the same, I don't know, not the same fire. You're not going out there with the same fire that you did before. Another thing I want to talk about was a little bit of baseball. If you've been watching this show, you know I'm a big Cincinnati Reds fan. Reds was on a 5-game winning streak. Was up 5-1, or what, 6-1 in the 8th inning yesterday. Up 6-3 in the 9th, and lost the game. Suarez makes a terrible error at third. We hit a batter, walk a couple batters, and give up a hit. Next thing you know, it's a tie game. They bring Amir Garrett in, and dude hits one off the wall for a walk-off hit. Reds bullpen had been pitching a little bit better as of late, but did not come through at all last night. And that was a game you cannot lose. We controlled that whole game. We got a series with the Brewers getting ready to come up. If we can win this series against the Royals today, which you can't lose a series to Kansas City. Now, if you're wanting to be in the talk to contend for your division and to be a playoff, not just a team that makes the playoff, but to be a team that makes the playoff and can contend, the bullpen has to be better. You can't lose games like that. So hopefully they can get back on track today against the Royals. And then they have a series against the Brewers to close out the first half of the season. So, I mean, they have a chance where they can finish the first half of the season and only be 3-4 games back of the Brewers for first place in the division. And last night would have really helped. You get a sweep of the Royals. You're going to feel good, have a lot of momentum going in to play the Brewers, who's in first place in the division right now. So hopefully they bounce back today. Do have Sonny Gray on the mound today. He's been pitching real good for the Reds. So hopefully they can get back on track. Before we move on, make sure you check out Easy Money, a sports betting show. We're live with that every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Also, don't forget to check out Gonzo'S Sports Room, GSR. We're live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time with that. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all at Gonzo'S Sports Room. You can find me on Twitter at Chris Gonzalez or at Gonzalez Sports. Check out our YouTube page at Gonzo'S Sports Room. Please hit that subscribe button. We got a lot of entertaining content on there. Check that out. If you'd like to send tips or donations to the show to help the show grow, you can do that with PayPal at viralscopemusic@gmail.com. Music is spelled M-U-Z-I-K. Again, that's viralscopemusic@gmail.com. All right. I just mentioned our sports betting show. I'm going to go ahead and go through here and give you guys out the picks I gave out today. I like the Braves money line over the Pirates. Crow's pitching for the Pirates. He has a 6.26 ERA, and the Pirates are 4-8 when he pitches. Smiley is on the mound for the Braves. He has a 2.84 ERA, and in 5 starts in June, he's only allowed 1 run in his last 3 starts, and he has an ERA of 2.84 in his 5 starts in June. So I like the Braves. Then I like the Rangers over the Tigers. Rangers have Gibson on the mound. He has a 1.9 ERA, but his ERA drops to 1.09 at home. I think the Rangers have the advantage in the pitching matchup in this game, and I like the Rangers. Next game is a game I was just talking about a little bit ago, Reds against the Royals. Reds have Gray on the mound. They won 5 of his last 6 he's pitched. Or no, Reds have won 5 of the last 6. Gray has a 2.08 ERA, my bad. Singer is on the mound for the Royals, and opponents are hitting 270 off of Singer, so I like the Reds. Reds has a good offense. Then I like the Orioles as home dogs against the Blue Jays. Harvey is on the mound for the Orioles. He does have an ERA over 7, but has pitched better of late. And in his last outing just 2 weeks ago against the Blue Jays, he looked real good. And so I like the Orioles to pull the upset today against the Blue Jays. Then I like the Phillies over the Cubs. Wheeler is on the mound for the Phillies. He's had a solid season. Mills has been up and down for the Cubs, and the Cubs are on a 10-game losing streak. Then I like the Mets over the Brewers in Game 1. Mets have DeGrom on the mound. DeGrom's been having a heck of a season. DeGrom's just one of them pitchers I don't bet against. They play a doubleheader today, so it'll be a 7-inning game, Game 1 will. So I like the Mets in that game. And then in hockey tonight, I like the Tampa Bay Lightning -1.5 to close out the Stanley Cup Finals. So them are some of the picks I gave out this morning. Tomorrow night you have Bucks Suns Game 2. As of right now, the spread on that is Suns. They got Suns as 5.5-point favorites. I like the Suns. I don't know if I'd back them. I don't know if I would give up 5.5 points. I hate giving up that many points in a playoff game because I look for this game to be closer than the first game. I think Giannis is going to be more comfortable coming off that knee injury. I think Budenholzer is going to make some defensive adjustments, and I think their defense is going to make life a little harder for the Suns. I still think the Suns win the game, but I think it's going to be a closer game. So I'll lean toward the Suns money line, but with them odds, I would lean. I'll probably use them in a parlay. I also like the over. I think the over is set at 220. They went over that last game, and the Bucks didn't play their best game. So I do like the over 220 in that game. Getting closer to football season, just a couple months away. We'll be having some regular season football to talk about. That's what I'm ready for. Right now, the main thing you're getting down to here soon. There's going to be some baseball. Okay. All right, let's talk about a little bit about this. Aaron Rodgers. He said, I mentioned earlier, yesterday during that match, he had said that you might find out something next week. He did not opt out of the season, which means if he don't show up to the camps and stuff, that he'll start getting $50,000 fines and stuff. He could have opted out of the season, but then he wouldn't have been able to play at all. But he wouldn't have lost money. Well, I mean, he would have lost money, but he wouldn't have got the fines and stuff. So he would only have lost what this year's salary would have been. I still don't know I don't think he's coming back. I don't know. Maybe he is going to come back. Maybe this will be his last year in Green Bay, and then they're going to get rid of him. Oh, that was another thing that was crazy about that match yesterday. You saw bears right there off the holes, a moose, a wolf. it was pretty cool to see all the nature right there like that. Roger Federer just got beat in Wimbledon by Herbert Hurkacz. The number 2 seed Medvedev got beat yesterday, so there's been some upsets last couple days in Wimbledon. Last time Federer lost in straight sets at Wimbledon was 2002. Last time Federer had lost 6-0 in a set at Wimbledon was never. Today in this first... Federer had a bad day. Probably one of his worst days at Wimbledon that he's ever had today. All right, here's another big announcement for the MMA community. The Nevada State Athletic Commission will no longer discipline fighters for marijuana. I like this decision here because I mean fighters are there's going to be pain they got to deal with. So if they can smoke marijuana to help deal with the pain instead of getting addicted to these different painkillers and stuff, in my opinion, they should be allowed. I mean, that should be allowed. That makes sense. It ain't like it's not like it's a performance enhancing drug. I think it's a good decision. I'm glad they finally have made that decision. I'm wondering if maybe Nick Diaz will try to come back and maybe make a return here, some kind of a return. Because I mean, hell, look how many years he got suspended for some fucking marijuana. Yeah, teams have won game 1 of the NBA Finals. I've went on 75%, like 72% of the time to win the finals. Suns are 19-8 against the spread at home this season versus teams that made the playoffs. They're 6-3 against the spread at home in the playoffs and covered the 6 by 72 combined. Okay. All right. Before we get out of here, don't forget, for all you sports bettors, I like the Braves, the Rangers, the Reds, the Orioles, Phillies, Mets game 1, and the Lightning to close out the Canadiens tonight in hockey. Also, don't forget, check out Easy Money, a sports betting show. We're live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 with that. We're also live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 1 o'clock with Gonzo'S Sports Room GSR. Both those shows are live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Follow us on social media. Please check out that YouTube page and subscribe. Hope everybody has a good rest of the week. We will see you guys Friday morning at 11 with Easy Money, a sports betting show. And also don't forget that we will be live Saturday night with live reactions to the UFC. Hope everybody's having a great week. And we will see you guys Friday. Peace.
need. When it come down to it, I'ma bet on me. Hey, this an 8-figure mindset. A lot of people want it, but they scared of the progress. I ain't from the projects, but I got my own story that a lot of y'all couldn't ever really process. Didn't when nobody would've given me a second. Now they all come around giving me a lesson. If you ain't want it back then, you ain't coming where I'm headed. I've been thinking I'm the greatest, even if nobody said it. I'm a spaz on the beat, ain't nobody that compete. In a whole different league, they ain't never catching me. I'm the only one to be calling shots for the team. If I want it, I'ma get it, there ain't nothing stopping me. Put my own money in, I don't own nobody's shit. Every week dropping hits, I don't never gotta miss. Put myself on the line, I'ma always take the risk. When it come down to it, I ain't never call it quits. When it come down to it, I'ma bet on me. Ain't nobody fuck with me mentally. Talking that shit, you dead to me. Cause I ain't got time for my enemies. Told her come through, get ahead to me. Telling that truth, it'll set you free. I ain't like them, cause I'm all I need. When it come down to